Recording. Hey guys, welcome. Happy Monday. I just got off of like the most exciting webinar about Facebook. So excited about what is coming for 2017. It is our first Monday call of the new year. I can't believe it. I am still like in shock that it is already 2017 and that we're already a whole week in. Super exciting. I hope you're excited about the new year as I am. Last week we picked up our leaders webinar and we kind of talked about some goal setting and stuff like that for the new year. We've had a lot of those discussions going on in the Facebook group as well. But this is something that I heard a lot of requests for, and I think that this is kind of something that probably is good all year round, and that's building your business on a budget. There's this old, adage that you have to spend money to make money. And while I think that is somewhat true, how much? How much do you really have to spend? And are you getting the ROI from what you are spending, and how do you kind of measure that? There's not a lot of training for this in the industry. There is a lot of, oh, take this class that's $797 a week. And if you think about it, you're like, wait a minute, like how much money do I have to make back? How much money do I have to sell? What do I have to sell in order to be able to pay myself back for a $797 course or something? So a lot of people do not have that kind of money to invest, but also, is it really worth it? Are you going to learn enough to kind of make it worth it? So that's why I like to stay kind of in the lower side of the budget, because that's why I keep Party Plan Divas at the prices that it is. It's because I want everybody, I want you to fit in this budget. I want you to invest your money in the other big building business type things, because I do suggest where you need to spend and what you need to have, but I don't want Party Plan Divas to be that, huge thing. All right, so this is 15 things that you can do that you can start implementing now. We're after the holidays, so everybody's kind of got that holiday hangover going on. It is, people are getting those credit card bills from things that they put Christmas on credit and so on and so forth. So it is the month that starts with J, so it's notoriously kind of a low month. So how do you combat that, and how do you start building your business and get things going, really build that momentum for 2017 without breaking the bank? Some of these things you probably have heard of. Some of these things are no-brainers. Some of these things may be things that you have had on your to-do list for a long time, and this is the perfect time to get them on the done list, because this kind of first quarter is a great time for that planning as things kind of pick up and everybody defrosts and comes out of the holidays. So the number one thing, doesn't cost you much of anything, is customer care. As I look into 2017, do the research from 2016 and look into 2017, the biggest thing is relationships. I've said that all year long. I'm going to continue saying it. Relationship marketing is huge. How do you stand out? The only thing that you have that nobody else in your entire business has, nobody else in this industry has, nobody else in the world has, is you. And you have to make that stand out. Why would someone come do business with you and not one of your sister consultants that has the exact same product, the exact same hostess plan, the exact same business opportunity? What is going to make you stand out? 100% it is going to be this customer care. Even if you have, a little bit extra that you throw into your hostess plan, or even if maybe you're offering new people on your team, like, a free set of business cards or whatever. Customer care is what is really going to keep people coming back to you and going to keep people from going to the next consultant, may even keep people from going to Amazon or whatever. It's going to be how you take care of your people. The thing about customer care is that it's time consuming. Okay, it really is. But it is one of the number one things that you can do to secure your business and to make sure that people are coming back to you, that people are not going, seeing that sparkly thing off in the corner and kind of, squirreling over to something else. Taking care of your people is what is going to lead into number two. which is the 5 magic words. This does not cost you anything. Number 2 is free, and that's getting those referrals. The 5 magic words in direct sales is who do you know who, okay? Who do you know who is how you ask for referrals without sounding pushy, without sounding overbearing, and also it helps somebody to give the referral, because here's the thing. They know your products, they love their products, they love you, they know that you're going to take good care of them because, again, you've done number 1 and you have that great customer care, so they know that their referral is going to be taken care of. But sometimes, I mean, we know a lot of people. I've got, you know, close to 1,000 friends on Facebook. I've got a whole bunch more outside of Facebook. But how do I know who to refer to you? The thing about the 5 magic words is that it makes referrals more simple for you, but also for the person that you're asking. So if you say, you know, who do you know who just had a baby? Who do you know who is getting married? Who do you know who just bought a house? It's going to kind of pare down. I love how my nose itches every time I get on webinars, but it's going to kind of pare down who it is that you're looking for. So it isn't, you know, if you say, you know, who do you know who might like my product? I'm like, oh my gosh, I have, you know, 1,000 people that might like the product, you know, and while that sounds good, no, you want a little bit more quality referrals, right? So you can say, you know, who do you know who is getting married, for instance, which I think fits most everybody's niche. But so you say, you know, who do you know who's getting married? I have several friends that are engaged right now. So the cool thing about that is that so they give you the referral. So I could easily say, boom, my friend, you know, whatever is getting married. But then also when you call, okay, when you do that follow-up, you can say, hi, your friend Lindsay told me you were getting married. You know, congratulations, when's the date, da, 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 da. And you say, well, she gave me your name because she thought you might be interested in, and it can be, you know, in having I know Cindy does, you know, scrapbooking. So you might have a fun night with the bridesmaids. Let's, you know, let's get your wedding scrapbook started with, you know, a couple pages that you and your girls do before the wedding. So it can be all the pictures of the, you know, friendships that you guys have had, that kind of stuff. You know, you can kind of tie it in, but you give so it's not just, do you want to have a party so that I can make some money? You know, you literally give a reason and an incentive and some excitement as to why they would want to have the party. So it's a lot easier to turn that referral from a referral into a solid booking, because you say, who do you know who? Who do you know who's just had a baby? Who do you know who just bought a new house? Who do you know who just got divorced? You know, that was something I celebrated. So, you know, whatever. You can see how that gives you a little bit more of a directive on where to go from there. Also, spends a little bit of money, but this is a card from Vistaprint. I want to say this one was $8.99, somewhere in there. But having a referral card, it says the greatest compliment I can receive is a referral to your friends and family. Earn $20 for every party you refer or whatever. So this is something that I had these and I handed them out all the time. Every party I did, I handed out referral cards, and I said, if you have a great time at my party, I would love to reward you for telling people how much fun I am, you know, and you can kind of make it a joke, and that's okay, you know, and reward people for that. I was handing out a lot of crisp $20 bills, but that's okay because my phone was ringing, right? I didn't have to be the one out there asking for parties. People were telling and talking about how much fun they were, so it can really help. Also from Vistaprint, a frequent buyers club card. So whether you print these at home, there are apps now that do this that have a similar cost or a small cost, or even these types of cards from Vistaprint, which is just, you know, these are those loyalty cards, I think is what they are listed at. But you can literally do this however you want. If you have a product, for instance, that people purchase a lot of, so maybe if you're in skincare, so, you know, it's buy 5 moisturizers, get 1 free, or 1 at half off or whatever. Maybe it's, you know, buy X amount of stamp sets and get 1 at a discount or whatever. It can also be spend $10, and if they spend 30, then boom, they've already, you know, already gotten 3 or whatever. However you want to do it. This creates that customer loyalty because they can't get this anywhere else. Like they can't redeem this with another consultant. This is all you. I will say this, keep records. Not because somebody is going to try to do something shady or try to take advantage or anything like that, but if you notice that you've got a loyalty club member or a frequent buyer person that hasn't purchased in a while, you want to pick up the phone, give them a call. Say, hey, I noticed you haven't gotten a moisturizer in a few months, or what have you. You can kind of, do that follow-up as well. These particular cards, super cheap on Vistaprint. Okay. And while we're at Vistaprint, let's just do all the things on Vistaprint. Okay, your business cards, rack cards, all these kind of things. Make sure that you are on their mailing list. And by the way, I don't get it back from Vistaprint. I have loved them since 1990 something when I started using them. But they give great deals, like 40% off marketing. Oops. That's significant. Okay, and you can really save. What I love about Vistaprint is that the branding is easy because it makes everything look the same. So you can really tie everything in together. But Vistaprint, Overnight Prints, Moo cards, what are some other ones? Anyway, all of those they have very inexpensive, you do not have to spend $100 on business cards. Okay, you just don't. You can order them, and they're not cheap. They're very nice. I use them every single day. Every single day. All right. So another thing that you might want to do is a party swap. This costs you nothing. Guaranteed, somebody else in direct sales, and in a direct sales that does not compete with yours whatsoever. So you may be in skincare, and you know somebody who is in food. Okay, and you can say, hey, I'll do a party for you if you do a party for me. That being said, do a good party. Do it because you want to do a good party for that person, not just because you want to, oops, sorry guys. Not just because, sorry, not just because you want to get the party, you want to actually have a good time. I firmly think that at least 2 to 3 times a year, we should all host parties because I think sometimes we take for granted just how much work being a host is. So make sure that you are kind of working and seeing both sides so that you can, kind of keep up front with it. But again, doing a party swap and invite, all your people. That's why you want it to be non-competing. I mean, if you're in the romance industry, you don't care what kind of bakeware they're using, throw a party with a food company, or a jewelry company or something that is completely, unrelated. If you've got people that love direct sales, they'll love coming to both. You're going to earn free goodies. You're going to have another, you're going to make a friend with a diva, whatever. Big, big, big way to party swap. They do a party for you, you do a party for them. And here's the thing, I firmly believe, even if your party is $1,000 and their party is $100, you know what? Did you have a good time at your party? Did you learn from your party? You should be there learning stuff as well. So there are lots of benefits, even if they don't put all of the work into it that you do. Hopefully they will. Hopefully they will. Maybe they'll even go over and above. Holding an open house. This costs you nothing. Okay, you have an empty Friday night, you have nothing going on, hold an open house. We have tons of training on how to make an open house profitable, how to make it successful, how to get people in the door and stuff like that, but hold an open house. You can have everybody in your living room. Make sure it doesn't turn into a total social hour, but that's kind of the point. We've got Valentine's Day coming up. We've got Mother's Day coming up. So there are reasons or excuses to have an open house right now. Just because the holidays are over does not mean that we can't still be having open houses and introducing people to new products. A lot of you get a new kind of a spring and summer line. So schedule that open house. Everybody comes to your house. This is so inexpensive. You don't even have to spend gas. You put your products out. Don't go overboard on the food. Don't go overboard on decorations. They're not coming for the food, or at least they shouldn't be. If it's done right, they're not coming for the food. But have an open house and have some great incentives for people who want to book parties or even join your team. And you can start saying right now, I am looking for people to join my team and build their business so that when the holidays come again, that we are prepared and that you'll be able to keep up with the demand for parties. It's January. You can start talking about that. We all still have the holidays on our minds. So you can say, look, I want to train you and work with you and whatever so that you can have a huge holiday selling season, and then use it to motivate you as well. Number 7, of course, is social media. I do not believe in boosting. I do not believe in paying Facebook. To be honest, you guys, I did a boost even in the holidays. You may have seen it. It just, the ROI just isn't there. And I had them design it and all kinds of stuff. I'm still just not a fan. I'm just not. I got plenty of views on it and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, we're talking about actual return on investment. It wasn't there. Social media, the only thing that it costs you is time, which is more expensive than most monetary things, right? Because it's one thing we can't get back. But have a schedule. We're going to be talking a lot about social media this year. When I look at the trends, there's no question social media is just, we can't get away from it. It's everywhere. But there are ways to do it well, and there are ways to waste an epic amount of time. Don't be the one that's wasting time. There's way too many opportunities for it to be very, very, very good. And it should not cost anything. My do not disturb is disturbing. All right. So networking groups. Networking groups are a great way for you to meet other people and for you to get in the habit of talking to people, of being able to present to people, of having different questions asked. Here's the thing. A good networking group, they're not expecting perfection. They're not expecting you to be so well-versed and well-greased and whatever that you can't say, oh, that's a really good question. I need to find that out. Because people who understand how networking really works, they understand that the sale doesn't happen on the first meeting, and you know, that there's way more to kind of creating that relationship and stuff. And every networking group that I've been involved in, I've learned so much, and there's just this synergy and excitement that happens when you are surrounded by other people in the business. And here's the thing, it doesn't have to be a direct sales networking group. In fact, I was the only person involved in direct sales in any level in the networking group that I was in, and there was over 100 people in there. So you can absolutely benefit, because networking groups, it's all about sales. So there was estheticians there, there were insurance people there, there were loan officers there, there were food delivery services there, there were web developers there, and we all learn from each other. Now we have, of course, Diva Success Sisters. If there's one in your area, it is being revamped for 2017 into more of a mastermind. But go and visit. Even if you just go and visit one time, then you'll be able to know from the very beginning if it's going to be the group for you. But you should be able to go for free or nearly free to the first event, and then kind of see, if that is the group for you. Some of those can be pretty expensive. I know that the one that I ended up joining, it was $550 for the year. It's pretty pricey. It's not the budget that we're, not my low budget thing here. But I joined because the ROI was there. But go and visit and see if yours would be as well. Okay. Number 9, gardening. Gardening. If you're not booked as solidly as you want to be, it means that not enough people know that you do what you do. Number 1 rule in our industry. You got to get your word out there. So going out, meeting people, talking to people, building those relationships, introducing yourself. Gardening should not be expensive. We have the little business card baggies. They are 3.5 cents a piece, I think is what it works out to. So 3 pennies, 3.5 pennies that it costs. You throw a business card in there, throw a piece of candy in there. Valentine's Day stuff is already out. If you're in the romance industry, you're in the skincare industry, you're in, well, really any of them, because Valentine's Day is really kind of all-encompassing of everything. Even if you're in the food industry, what are you cooking that's going to be romantic? Like, you can spin that and begin talking about that already. Use that Valentine's Day candy. It's so pretty. And if you're in the romance industry, go ahead and stock up, sister. You can use it all year long. But gardening is huge. It also shows a commitment to your business, a professionalism that many other things. Anybody can sit behind a computer and update Facebook. Anybody can do that. But if you're really focused on your goals in 2017 and you leave your house and go out and meet people, That's pretty impressive. Number 10 is to build an email list. So I know that a lot of corporate offices are offering this now, but I still highly suggest having your own, using something like MailChimp or Constant Contact or whatever. You want to be able to reach your customers when you want to. If you want to have a flash sale, you know, on the first of the month, or you want to be able to do dollar days, which is one of the ways to book up your month, stuff like that, you want to be able to email them when you want to, not just when your corporate office allows you to, so to speak. Excuse me. Build that email list. That way you can get into everybody's inbox right away. I believe that Constant Contact, I think it's free up to 500 people. You can also create opt-in forms, which you can put on your blog. You can use opt-in pop-ups that allow people to sign up. If you've been on the Party Plan Divas site recently and you're not already on our mailing list, then you get prompted to join the mailing list and get our 2017 social media tracker. You can set something up like that for your business. Super, super simple to set up. I can help you do that. But the point is you want to build that email list so that your customers, you can reach out at any time. If there's something that you want to promote, you can do that without having to wait on anyone else. Number 11 is to build a blog. This does not have to be some long, drawn out, intricate thing. You do not need to spend $300,000 on having a blog design done or $3,500 on having it done. But having a little corner of the internet that is all yours is very effective for building your business, for creating customer loyalty, for giving your customers a place to come that is not inundated with other stuff. So they're not trying to navigate your replicating website. They're not trying to find you on Facebook. They're not scrolling through Instagram or searching a hashtag or something along those lines. They can literally get direct access to you. Blog is also a great place for you to showcase your expertise and have you know, blog posts that show things about your business. And there's literally thousands of things that you can write about for every single industry that there is to show your expertise, to get in Google search engines, to dominate Google search engines for your industry, for your business, for your company, and for your goals, really, and what it is that you want to drive to. Along the same line, maybe you don't want to have your own blog, guest blog on other people's sites. This is why our gift guides and stuff are so important. Even though I am writing it, guest blogging is giving everybody link backs, and I cannot even believe that in 2 weeks I will be launching the sign up for the Mother's Day gift guide. But the benefit to that is the way that Google works. Google gives priority to people who have link backs and you know, other people mentioning. So because our site ranks so high, when I link to you, that's telling Google, hey, this girl knows what she's talking about. This person has what you're looking for. And you know, of course, that all goes through SEO, which we teach in our blogging series. But you can guest blog for other people. So, you know, I am always super impressed. It doesn't happen often, but I am always super impressed when I get an email from somebody that says, hi, I found your blog and I love it. This is what I do, and I would love to contribute a post to your blog about my business. Huge, 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 huge. I'm always impressed when people in direct sales do it because corporate America knows it. That's what keeps my blog going, is me getting paid for those corporate America posts. Absolutely, we can do the same thing, and it costs you nothing. It's going to cost you the time to write the post. You know, that's normally it. Some people charge. If it's a super big blog, it's worth it. Okay? It's worth it. All right, so value-added services. I know we're running out of time. I can't believe how fast that time goes by. Value-added services. So one of the things that you can really do is to offer services that increase the value of the products that you are selling. They cost you nothing. They may cost you time, but they should not cost you monetarily anything, okay? Because it is a service. So, example, if you sell, and I talk about this one all the time, you've probably heard this, but humor me for a minute. Pampered Chef, one of my favorites, they have a brownie pan, and it is essentially a really good quality muffin tin, but they are in squares, all right? Instead of circles, we have squares. when it was originally, I remember seeing it at a home party, and the lady said, this is for everybody who loves the crunchy part of the brownies that bakes around the outside. Well, here's the thing. I'm the girl that digs out the center. I don't like the crunchy at all. I want the center of the brownie. So when that's how it was brought to me, I was like, oh, I don't need that. Okay, right? I don't need that. Fast forward like a month, and I'm scrolling through Facebook, and I see this brownie pan, but the girl selling it says, buy a brownie pan today and receive my exclusive brownie pan cookbook. And I was like, whoa. So there's more that you can put in there. I have to tell you, I cook all kinds of things in the brownie pan. I have bought 5 friends brownie pans, and I own 3 of them myself. You know, I think they're like $20 a piece. So, and it's still kind of one of my go-to gifts because I cook everything. Well, so she got the order for mine and has gotten sequential orders from that, and all she did was sent me a PDF, a Word document saved as a PDF with recipes from her, you know, that she had made up. So I cook lasagna in there, I do egg bakes in there, I do meatballs in there, I do meatloaf in there, like all kinds of stuff that you can cook in this little thing. It cost her nothing, but she secured that sale as well as many others. So, you know, I bought something else. It was a covered baker. I think it was a Pampered Chef covered. No, it wasn't. It was a bean pot. It was a bean pot from Signature Homestyles, I think. Anyhow, I don't eat beans. I mean, like, this is how simple it is. I don't eat beans. I don't know why would I need that. But she said, if you buy the bean pot, I will add you to my Facebook group where I post recipes and we share recipes. And so I ended up buying the bean pot, joining the Facebook group, and I cooked all kinds of stuff in there. Like, it is so, I mean, I think it's great they call it a bean pot, but there's so many other things that it can cook. So again, and that costs her nothing. She just has a Facebook group, so it costs her the time. But you can see how, again, those are value-added services. So you promote it as purchase this to get this, but again, it's a service, so it should cost you nothing. Host a class. One thing that you have to remember is that you know more about your business, your industry, and your products than anyone else. When I was in skincare, for instance, I learned so much about how hormones affect skin, how the weather affects your skin, how just normal aging affects your skin, all these kind of things. This is all information that is not just necessarily out there, and if it is, people don't know what to search for. They don't know what they don't know, so to speak, but you do. So if there are events going on at your local community center or your local community college, you can go and teach a class. Here's the other thing too. You can teach a class on, you know, small business, on social media, on, you know, whatever you have really excelled at and know. It shows that you're an expert in your field, which you are, or you at least have the ability to be if you're researching and really taking in what your corporate office is offering. But it also is, again, putting you out there in the community. You are a person, you know your stuff. Hosting a class, teaching a class, is one of the best things that you can do because it's really going to get your name out there. That networking group that I did, I used to do a 9-minute segment on social media. And as you know, their 9-minute goes by like that. I mean, we just went through 29 minutes like that. So what happened is I would pack that 9 minutes with enough information to really show that I knew what I was talking about, because I did. But at the end of the class, I had so many people that were like, I need to know more. You have to teach more. And then boom, I'm setting up appointments left and right. And you can do the exact same thing. Which leads us to the last thing, really and truly, which is just start talking. All right, you're an expert. It may not feel like it. It may feel crazy. You may be like, really? But the thing is, you know more. And every single direct sales business solves a problem, solves an issue, creates a resolution for something. You are a problem solver. It's what you do. So what you do is you find the people that have the problem and you solve it. And we love people that give us answers that make our lives easier. Just start talking. There's thousands, millions of people out there that would benefit from what you have and what you know. But you've got to start talking in order to do that. All right, in order to let people know that. So I think the only thing that costs any money was Vistaprint, right? That was quick and easy. Does anybody have any questions? These are all things that you can do now, that you can start on now. Make sure you're doing every single day. All right. Good deal, good deal. All right, well, sure thing. Listen, one other thing too, if you guys need help, think of that value-added service, because I really think that's one of the #1 things. Then shoot me a message, or let's get a conversation started in the community about what types of things you can create. And there may be some things that other people are using that you can tweak and modify and make work for you as well. All right. Have a great Monday, everybody. I will see our leaders on Wednesday, and I'll see everybody back here next Monday.